Alright, I'm gonna attempt to over-explain this run, maybe at the expense of playing it well, but so there's a few things you want to check on your first screen, right? You want to definitely see which units are banned, because some champs are going to be better with certain units. So we see elementals are banned, wardens are banned. Elementals are obviously just a whole thing, right? So that's just elementals are off the board. I got 14 seconds here. Warden is off the board. Key things that I remember are there won't be Unholy Flame, there won't be Mana Pest. We're going to pick Insidious because they're the best. Holy shit, I'm going to have to talk really fast. Okay, so we see a free mana. Obviously, there's no point in playing it turn 1, but you definitely lock that for turn 2, because on turn 2, you're going to have 3 mana, and 4 mana does equal 2 units, right? So we're going to take the Anemonite here. Actually, all of these units synergize with each other quite well. These and they're doubles, and then the Hellhound buffs both of these. So we got a really good setup here. Now, looks like we got a one-on-one, so that'll be good for doing an over-explained run. I at least have a little leeway here. Anyway, so Anemonite, I like this unit a lot. Try to pick up units, especially as the game gets more popular and there aren't as many bots. You do want to just do generally what's strongest. The exception there probably is going to be if you see a Mana Pest. But yeah, and then, think about an Anemonite. It keeps gaining stats, theoretically 7 times. Now, both of these kind of affect the board, right? I'm going to prefer a Hellhound here, though, because it doesn't need to get an attack off, and it just gives +2. It gives more stats anyway than 2 health. And it just immediately gets the stats, and it can sit in back while these two tank hits. A lot of stuff early game is going to have 1 or 2 attack. Them with 3 health means that they're going to survive most hits, right? Now we don't really lock this, because unless I wanted this Vampling, I don't really. Unless I wanted that spell, I don't really. So we're not going to lock that. We're just going to hit ready, let a new whole shop come in. That thing in the top right, it's a very valuable tool a lot of the time, but it can also be something that you might overuse. You don't want to overuse it. Now Insidious kind of adds a little extra thing there, since you kind of have to factor in sometimes not locking is pretty good, because there's a lot of good spells, and having 2 entire extra spells for free is pretty good. This one's a pretty obvious choice for me. We just take the 2 sprouts, get a treasure out of it, and make sure to move these Anemonites so that they keep getting more attack as they get on new slots. I like to just go in an alphabetical order, or a numerical order, shall I say, so that it's easier for me to keep track of. You only got so many chances here to do things in a turn. Okay, all 3 of these are alright. Rat Bait does give us economy. You can take Rat Bait. I'm going to just take extra treasure, because I'm on a timer here, and I don't like these, so I'm going to let it roll. Plus, we're going into new level. You typically don't want to lock going into a new level unless you have a really good thing in your shop, because you might as well just let the new tier of units come in for free to your shop. So we had choices. Those treasures had 3 unique things. The death contract would give me early game tempo. The extra treasure gives me nothing right now, but just future things. Let's go ahead and double this. So Vampire and Greener are open, so the 2 units with End are open here, so Executioner's Axe might be decent. We don't see any in our shop, though. Technically we have a Dolish. I'm actually going to skip here because I don't find these super good for me, and I already see that I want to roll. I'm going to roll again. I'm trying to be a little greedy here. Alright, I think that's fine. We end up with not much else, but remember that last shot? There wasn't much. Like, we basically would have ended up with the same thing. We would have took like a Dolish and rolled 3 times or whatever. Now, when the Anemonite combines, it will still keep track of where both those Anemonites were. So slot 1, 2, and 3 are taken up. If I had, say, that's also why I like to, if I have 2 Anemonites, you want to follow them in slots that the other one has already taken up. Otherwise, when it upgrades, you're just going to be wasting slots, right? If I had, say I had my 2 Anemonites and I put 1 in slot 1, 1 in slot 5, then I put another in slot 2, then slot 6, and then by the time I upgrade it, I couldn't be able to go through 5, 6, and 7 here. Did he really get 2 slays? Well, that's dangerous. So if we want this unit, we want to combine it. We don't want it to, you know, turn into an upgraded Great Bite. But I see 2 pretty good takes here. Let's do this. We are going against Collapse here. What we could do is put this in the very far right and hopefully it doesn't upgrade. Or we could just choose to bench it. If we bench it, we're probably losing the fight though. So that's like a decision to make. Like, do I risk this getting a kill? Hopefully in the 4th slot here it will die. 3 health is pretty low. And hopefully, you know, with my pretty non-beefy front line, this just won't get an end. If it gets the end, whatever, we'll just deal with it. It'll transform and we live with it. But I think this is, I could bench it pretty easily here since we're playing all bots, but I do want to kind of pretend that we're playing against humans. I think against humans I wouldn't bench this here. Okay, he actually, yeah, it's very unlikely this will get a kill. But if it does, it does. Sometimes, in an auto battler, uh-oh, he's gonna get a kill. Fuck. God damn it. In an auto battler, you gotta often make the play that involves some risk, but has a very good expected value. I think what I did there had a better expected value than what obviously happened. What happened was just bullshit, but... So that's a pretty bad thing, because now we just lost our good chance at getting a 3-cost treasure there. Happens. I don't care about 2-cost treasures at this point. This does synergize with my board pretty well, though. I might just take it for that. You know, I have a pretty good amount of beasts, but I think I'm going to roll for more Grex, potentially. I mean, we could open up greeners. You know, I wouldn't say Insidious particularly cares to go greeners, but we are going into a new level here. Okay, we could try for the Dolish again. I think I'm just going to take Cavalry so I don't have this stupid thing die. I still think this is better than the Sprout. This is giving me more overall stats. We should try to get maybe a kill with this thing. If we can. It's hard though, it's only small units, right? Only small units. I'm not a huge fan of Great Bite, to be honest. It is a fail more often than it is a success, but it was the unit that was in my shop at the time that I could take that was 3 costs. I generally, when I'm on level 2 here, I like to mainly just buy 3 costs, because 2-cost treasures are just so-so. But 3-cost treasures are incredibly powerful. I would argue most 3-cost treasures are better than most 4-cost treasures even. So let's get our 3-cost treasure here. Unfortunately, this shop contains no 4 costs, even though we're leveled up, but it happens, huh? Okay, I really like Arcane Offering. It opens up the linking between these. It's really good for Flambars. It's pretty good for Boost. It's pretty good for eventually a Djinn. And these other 3, I just... Like, Fortunate Blade's alright. Poultice is horrible. I think Allied Traps is not that good. But Arcane Offering is really legit, even though it currently does nothing for us. We want level 4 units. Probably not this one, though. I could probably settle for this. I'm still looking for 3-cost treasures. Insidious really likes to get Scholar's Pledge. You know, and since... let's roll one more time. I don't think I'll lock for a Fire Slinger or an Unholy Knight. It is an option, but... Oh, almost didn't get that last slot on the Anemonat. So with the Grek, keep in mind they're an assassin, so they'll attack the lowest health unit. It might be in your benefit to put actually the weaker Grek in slot 1 if you have 2 of them. Because then the one in slot 2 will have maybe... if you had a Force Amp or an Executioner's Axe, they might even have more health, but in general, since you're targeting the lowest health units first, you probably want the lower attack one to go first, just so you kind of efficiently take them out, assuming they get their attacks off. Okay, still don't like these units. They aren't really what I'm looking for as an Insidious. I'm looking for Serpentina, I'm looking for Boost, I'm looking for Flambar. There's a Boost, we definitely take that. So let's put that in there, we can put that up there. So now we're getting, this is where the Arcane Offering is nice, right? Because I want Grex in slot 1 and 2. I don't want them in slot 2 and 3. So I can go here. Still don't like these units. Let's keep looking for the units that I named off. Sometimes I would like a Fire Slinger, but only really if I already had the Scholar's Pledge in hand. This is a great spell sometimes, but not without my Scholar's Pledge or a Serpentina in hand. Sometimes you just gotta roll and be, well, ooh, okay. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Sell that, do that. And I will lock a promotion. Promotion is one of the biggest reasons you pick Insidious. You have double the chance to find promotions. And if you're not doing promotions, you're doing something wrong. So we have options, right? We could I do technically have this greener here that's gaining from boots. Generally you would want to promote the high, like any upgraded unit, and usually whatever your highest level one is, but we have kind of an exception here because technically this cavalry is gaining stats from my boots right now. And if I promote it, then I guess I could slot the sprout in technically, but keep in mind when you're promoting it, any stats it gained are persisted. So this Anemonat, all the attack it gained is persisted. There is a downside though. When Atlantean is not banned, you might just upgrade it into a Dolish, which is horrible, right? Because a Dolish does not keep its stats when it transforms to a Great Bite. So we might just bite the bullet and do the cavalry here. It's probably the correct decision, even though it does suck to give up a greener. Okay, that opens up fire. Yep, we'll take it. So let's put you in the back. We could keep the Great Bite in. I don't even know if that's worth it. Let's definitely take this. Okay, we can shift things around here a bit. We want him to attack first because we want to get those stats. Let's roll really quick. Okay, I will lock for that even. Nope, I'm not going to lock for it. We're going into a new level. I'd rather find a Hellfire Cannon. Since I don't have any mage treasures, we might as well just rather find a Hellfire Cannon at this point. We haven't even really got the Fire Slinger going, so there's no sense locking into a new level there. Boy, this sure is hard to over-explain in this game. Okay, so we want to find... We could do a Weird Beast. It's a pretty bad unit, though. You can get away with it in bot lobbies, but... I think we skip. This is an okay spell. Okay, well, definitely... There's a Serpentina. We still take a Serpentina. Okay, out of all of these, definitely I'm just going to take Evolution. And I guess we'll take another one of these. We got the Boost here. We could put one of these down here. That's fine. And I do want that Serpentina. Let's just sell these units. I would keep the Anemonat at this point. Right now we don't have great use of the Serpentina, but it's too good to pick up. Even if we never find a way to scale the Serpentina, we will at least be able to cash in on the casting of spells, which we're getting into the later treasures here. Also, if you're really serious about getting good at the game, you should open up the Codex and study which treasures appear at which cost level. Then you start to know what you're looking out for. That'll be a big game changer for you, in my opinion, to really get better at the game. This is also a unit we want to see right now. Now, of course, depending on when you're looking at this video, all these units could have changed by then. You generally want a concept of which units are really powerful, right? Like, heuristically, a Djinn is really good. Heuristically, a Serpentina is really good. Heuristically, a Grek is really good. Heuristically, a Fire Slinger is situational, I would say. Fire Slinger doesn't fit into, like, most decks, but the moment we upgraded our transform into an Imp Lord, now Fire Slinger becomes good, right? If I have a Scholar's Pledge, which is the treasure that when you cast spells gains stats to magical units, then a Fire Slinger becomes good, right? I'm not going to take another Imp Lord here. I really, at this point, like, you want to be thinking about what level you are and try to get units built around that cost level. Like, I want to find a Djinn, I want to find a Captain, I want to find things that actually... I could take a bomb. I don't see huge reasons to take it here. Well, I could just take this and get the treasure. I mean, it's weird, but it kind of makes sense. I could just take it. Well, okay, let's take this treasure. We want to replace evolution so that we cash in on it. Flying Boars is potentially good, we just don't have anything for it right now. I think I'm going to take Mana Fountain just because it's the only one that really does anything for me. Yes, I'll do this. Scholar's Pledge, yes. Okay. We're floating mana. Don't do that. I just don't have enough time to like talk through this and make decisions, so do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, don't float mana, don't play down a unit if you can help it, but basically what we just got here is huge. Like, Scholar's Pledge is definitely a 3... Like I said, you want to know which level of treasure you're looking for. Scholar's Pledge exists at a 3 cost. It's the only treasure in the game that does something like this, so it's very important with Insidious. So now what we want... Okay, we pick up that. Like I said, it's really good. Now we have a way to scale Serpentina, both the Scholar's Pledge and this gen, so we definitely want to do that. How are we going to do this? I don't need the Slay on Grek necessarily. I'd rather get stats to Serpentina, and I also want Serpentina in this slot, so we're going to do that. This is a very expensive thing, but we did miss on so much scaling with Serpentina. It could be actually worth considering just putting this on that so that it has a proper amount of attack. I actually am going to do that. That's debatable what I just did there, but the thought is usually you'd want a Serpentina at about this attack by this point in the game. And we had missed on the chance to do that, but this kind of catches us up. We basically waste our whole turn to do that. I think it's worth it. Definitely I'll lock for that. If there were a 2 cost here, we would want to buy it just to fill the bench and have a future thing free up a slot, but unfortunately there's no 2 cost. But definitely we're going to just float 2 mana here. Jhin is too good to not take. And that's just something that comes with experience. You know, the more and more you play, you start to realize which units winning players are using. Make note of it. Pay attention to the Discord on the victory screen channel. See what's winning a lot. See what's present a lot. See what you're playing against that seems to destroy you a lot. And be on the lookout for those units. Start to understand why they're good, right? So we'll take the other one. Now, Jhin... It is worth noting, Arcane Offering does make Jhin a little tricky, but that's fine. So that we want to bench the unit we find least useful right now, which is definitely the Anemonaut. But we want to switch this guy so he's giving stats, and he's only giving Blight to a unit we don't really care about, so that's pretty good. Check the spells, check the units, we don't want any of it, roll. Vestation, really good unit, we want to take it. I don't know who I'm going to bench for it. Maybe the Boost. I know I'm getting 4/4 to the Grek, which is interesting, but I also have a Jhin that is giving stats to a Boots, which I don't really care about. This is just a better unit. We're not really going greeners, so we need to abandon the greener plan. We're much more a beast build. This is why it's nice to keep the Anemonaut, especially with an Insidious who's kind of mage focused. I could even, if I want to be really greedy, I could take the Flambar here instead of the Grek and start to give stats, more stats to this Vestation. I don't think I will, though. I'm actually going to sell this and just cast this right now because I don't have much other time to do anything on this turn. But so I want the Vestation to get stats here. It's going to be a really good tank. We don't really know what our opponent has because it's been a while since we've seen him. By the way, I'll show you in a minute here. You can click on anyone's portrait to see what their board was when you last faced them, which at the moment isn't going to be very useful, but as the matches dwindle down here, it's definitely going to be useful. So, to touch on the point of Mage and Beasts generally go together. And here's another heuristic you can do. Units that are of the same color generally synergize with each other. Like blue units synergize with each other. Red units synergize with each other. Green units synergize with each other. It's kind of a neat thing about the game. So there's a promotion, we definitely want to use it. It's just a matter of like, who do we use it on at this point? Probably the Grek, because as we said, we don't really care about it as a greener at the moment. Look at that, huge upgrade. Okay. We put that there, so I can click. We've last seen him 9 rounds ago. Obviously, his entire game is going to be different at this point, so it's not useful to us. But it is useful sometimes to do that. We don't have much time, so let's try to... Okay, we're going to triple that. Center power instead of Arcane Offering. That's much better. Now we go like this, go like that. Definitely locking that. I could get rid of the Imp Lord at this point, and I will. Still going to lock it, though. I don't really need the scaling from Imp Lord. I'd rather just have good ranged units in the back. Ranged units are quite good, especially when they're in the back. Or in slot 1. And in fact, it probably would have been better for me to put this Fire Slinger back here. I just didn't have time to think it out. But definitely Serpentina is a much better backliner than Fire Slinger because of the effect here. Every time I cast a spell, I give damage to the unit in front of me, right? So you really want Serpentina to be the priority unit in the back. Now it's in our interest to cast this before we do this because I'm going to get double Scholar's Pledge bonus on these Serpentinas. You know, the stat there, the stat there. That way when they combine, I get that double stat. Also, the counter goes up twice. That counter will combine. So see 3, 0. If I combine right now, it would be 3. 4, 1. Now it's going to be 5 when I combine. Boom. We see Ritualistic Tome. That's just better than Mana Fountain for what we're running. So we do that. We do want another unit. We want... Okay, I mean, I'll take another one of this. We want to take this guy out of the center for sure. Let's put him maybe here. Makes sense. I should probably buy... Do I want another Djinn? I don't know that I want another Djinn, honestly. I probably don't need another Djinn. Let's keep rolling. Try to find maybe another Bastation. Yeah, probably Bastation is what we want. We really want to triple a 6-cost unit. 6-cost treasures are legit. They are so much better than like a 4 and 5-cost. We got the best 5-cost treasure in the game by a mile, by the way. I don't think 5-cost treasures are typically that good other than Center of Power. The others are just not really on the level of what I expect of a 5-cost treasure. Which again can change. Oh god, we just got farmed by that. Now if we can upgrade... I think eventually we will get our Bastation to enough health that Clanlord can't kill it like it just did there. Now the awkward thing is I have to keep the Bastation in order to get that scaling, so that's going to be tough. That is not a good breakpoint for us. But we're losing this fight, I can tell you that much. We had the wrong unit in the back there. We need to reposition much better. We can't be taking damage like that. So let's put you back there. Let's put you there. Kraken Hunter would be good. I think I might have to give up on this Serpentina at the moment. Unfortunately, we're down to the one-on-one here, and I just need better units. So let's just get a Kraken Hunter in. Could do this. I think I'd rather get something else if possible. We really want to cast a spell. There's worth... So now we look here, 12. We know we can cast this, and if he keeps the unit there, which he probably won't, we might as well cast it anyway, though. It might be able to snipe something that he puts in that slot right there. I would assume probably he puts the Unholy Knight there. So we might be able to just snipe that. But definitely we want to lock for the double on this Kraken Hunter. Now we're going to get 8 more stats here, plus another 6 health from just leaving it in. We'll see how much close it gets us to that 59 mark. 58. Oh, he's at 63. I think by maybe 2 turns, if I can survive 2 turns, the Bastation should be making it so this no longer can screw me over. But he could also put it in slot 2 if he's paying attention. We're going to lose pretty bad here, though. Well, like I said, I mean, to be fair, he's kind of just... Sometimes there's not much you can do, right? Obviously, if I had more time to do my turns out, I could have made a few more efficient turns, but when he's kind of rolling this high, it's like, there's not much you can do, right? So I'm going to die in one more turn here, unless I can find a Hydrax. Actually shouldn't have even bought that. I should have just got a Hydrax. We could YOLO this out. I think I just need to bench this at this point. Probably that is good here. We need all of that attack. God, we are just screwed though, aren't we? This could be a good unit to take. Here, let's buy it. This might just keep me alive long enough to get where I need to go. We have to YOLO a bit here, though. Maybe I should go like that, huh? That probably makes more sense. So what we want is, we want to make use of our Circle of Power here. Play that, just get a spell in. I need the proper unit on the left there. I fucked that up, but whatever. Man. If we could have him die, too, that would be great. You're just getting wrecked here. And he goes first on top of it. Well, this thing will go off. At least that will give me all of the extra attack here to all these units. Unfortunately, we just haven't cast that many spells, so we're not getting a gigantic amount of health here. If we can take them out, like, we're good. Go left. Alright, we might be able to get this one if he goes there. Yep. Okay, we got that one. So we're alive. The idea there was I resummon units and regain the attack here. Okay, another one of these could be worth it here. Either way, it's a double on a 7, which can't be bad, right? Oh, there's the Hydrax. We definitely want that Hydrax. Okay, let's put you there. The Hydrax will put this thing over the health that I need, so I'm going to do an unfortunate thing and sell the Kraken Hunter for that. But now, this thing will definitely have enough health, hopefully, to survive against Clanlord. And we don't have much else to do this turn, so... But yeah, but now we would love to get a triple on this Death's Champion. But, it is what it is. So this guy should tank at least 2 shots. And I think he'll even... So the thing the Hydrax does is the counters I have on board, which right now 9, 8, 5, will all go into extra stats on any beast. So these 2 beasts, along with Hydrax itself, will get a lot of extra stats. Look at that, he survived. Now if he's paying attention, he'll just put... What he should do is just put that on the left. Granted, it won't get the mounted boar. Wow, we wrecked him there. Okay, we're turning the corner here. Another Hydrax. Ooh, now that's a decision to make, huh? Definitely we're going to buy it, I just don't know. Do we cast that? I feel like we can do better than that. So let's put you in there, I guess. I think that's fine. Now we're getting even, double the stats that we already had. We definitely want to cast a spell, though. This is a pretty good one to cast, I think. Why don't we put it there? Just get his attack even higher. Yeah. We're just trying to finish the fight at this point. We're not playing for the long game. This round only lasts... If we lose, we're dead. Most likely at 10 health. Unless I lose by, like, 1 unit only. And if he loses at the scale that, if I keep 3 or more units on board... 2 more wins is all I need, so we just want to finish this fight at this point. You don't want to try to be greedy and go for more late gamey stuff. If I see something powerful like that, boom, we do it. Okay, still keeps the Clanlord there, but he did switch those units around. Smart. Man, he just goes first every time, though, doesn't he? Jesus. I mean, combat RNG definitely is a thing. This is fine, though. We might still win this if this Clanlord doesn't farm us too much. Ah, that unit, though. Okay, the Vampire Knight in the bottom right there could be pretty relevant. Yeah, we should have this, actually. Yeah, we got this. That turned out actually pretty well for us, but we don't win by much, so it's not a big win. He could survive 2 more rounds of that. Okay, could do that again. What are the health numbers he has? 79, 57. I think we'd be better off actually with like a barrier or something like that. Let's try to find that. At this point, we have so much gold to roll here that we might as well try to do that. Or just find like a triple. That spell won't be good for us. We have 2 7-cost triples that we could hit on here, so it'll be unfortunate if we can't find one of them with a heavy roll like this, but that I like. Protecting this guy is huge. I'll just settle for that. We don't want the situation to happen where the front line dies and then Serpentina gets sniped. If Serpentina gets sniped, I'm gonna die. But at the moment, this does give me some stuff here. It is unfortunate we're not able to like get more treasures and stuff. Okay, he's got double Vampire Knight. That is gonna be really rough. Good hit though, at least. And we finally went first. Well, that's probably gonna be pretty tough to beat. Oh god, dude. Yeah, we're not gonna win this one. My only hope is that we somehow kill all units but one of them. If we could have just got, like, we never got a 6-cost combine, we never got, like... It was just unfortunate, because, like, we had to make some desperation moves there, right? I actually might win this still. Oh, that's the power of ranged for you. Wow. If this isn't proving to you why you should have ranged units in the back, then I don't know what to tell you. Can we get a 7-cost treasure here? Really hoping we can. I could also, promotion doesn't really work for me here. I like the units as they are. This is annoying. We can't find either of these 7s. Double there's not good enough. Man. Could do this on my 6-cost, just get more health. That's actually not a bad play. 16 health means if I lose, I won't lose that hard. I won't die. And I don't need that Kraken Hunter. Combust could be useful to counter a barrier, but keep in mind you can only get that from a spell because Warden is banned. That's where we make sure that bans are something we keep in mind, right? Because the only way he can get consistent barrier right now is to have a Warden, which he doesn't have. Alright, we go first, that's good. Not really the target we wanted to hit, though. That Clan Lord getting that big is going to be an issue. I'm actually glad it attacked. Am I glad it attacked there? I don't know that I am. Well, we're likely to lose. He has that Djinn still scaling everything, whereas like I'm not scaling because I got rid of my Djinn. Would have been nice if that Forsaken Knight got hit. Okay, we lose this one. But like I said, I have enough health that I think I survive this. Boom, baby. We live to see another day. Now give me a triple finally. I've held this shit for so long. We could take this as a tech against his bullshit, but I don't think so. Health any good? I think we really just have to hard roll for the 7-cost triple at this point. Like, where the fuck are my 7 costs? I get like double summon, stuff like that. So unlucky. Just massively unlucky here. Well, we don't have 7 gold anymore. We could roll one more time. Health on everybody here doesn't really help that much. Yeah. Maybe I should have cast that other spell there. I'm just looking for a spell that might work. Let's put health there, I guess. There could be a situation where I kill everything and I just need to survive a hit. We're probably dead here. I say we made a valiant effort, though. RNG just wasn't with us. Like, I'm sitting on double Hydrack, double Death's Champion for how many turns now? You know? The game just doesn't want you to win sometimes. Not much I can do against this shit. But hopefully this, you know, at least gives some somewhat useful tips. Hopefully it was useful. I don't know. You can let me know if it's useful. Go left, go left. Damn it. If we went left there, I guess we would have lost anyway. I don't know. Yeah, not much. I mean, I can't do anything. It's not going to give me... It's just not giving me anything. What can you say? What can you say? I think we did good with what we were given. Being able to fight through when the cards aren't right. Because you got to keep in mind, nothing really went that well this game. Like, Scholar's Pledge came super late. We never even got any artifacts offered that could, you know, double the amount that we could cast as well. You know, there's 3 of them in the game that allow that. And we just never even found, like, we hardly found any triples as it was. Center of Power is probably the only good thing, but it's, you know, our opponent had it as well, had an upgraded gen as well, so it's not like it gave us any advantage on the enemy. So we did what we could do. You know, I made the Death's Champion play, which saved us from an early death to potentially a win, right? We did everything we could to put ourselves in a position to win, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. But yeah, hopefully that was a good over-explained run. I don't know that I can do that very often. It is very hard to talk through this game while it's actually going on, but let me know if that was useful, if it was, or if it wasn't. Either way, I like to know the feedback. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.